Hello and welcome to Westpac London's End of Day for Monday the 18th of July. Very poor start to the week again for equity markets and in risk appetite in general. Market just trying to digest the results of the bank stress test that we got out on Friday. Now you might think they weren't too bad on the face of it. Yes, there was only about 8 banks which failed and the total shortfall of capital needed was looking to be around 2.5 billion. But the European leaders really suffering from a bit of a credibility issue here at the moment. Test didn't seem that stressful, didn't seem too rigorous either at the moment. And in terms of some of the criteria that was used, we didn't see stress on the banking books, only the trading books. We didn't see enough of a haircut taken in case of a sovereign default. So, given where we are at the moment in terms of market pricing and the situation in Europe, market not really seeing those tests as being too credible at the moment. On top of that, we still haven't heard anything out in terms of the second package for Greece, how that's going to be restructured, or what's going to be done about Portugal or Ireland or even Italy and Spain for that matter. What we did get though was a date set for the EU leaders meeting, which is going to be held later this week. So hopefully by the end of the week we should get some more concrete resolution in terms of what's going to happen to the wider Eurozone. For now though, it looks like risk appetite is going to continue to be waxing and waning as we follow the political headlines out over the next few days. So in terms of the markets and equity markets, as I said, very, very weak today. Eurostoxx was down 2% on the day, FTSE down around 1.5%. In the US at the moment, both the S&P 500 and the Dow just down 1.2% just before I came on. In the bond markets, peripheral debt still being shunned right now. We saw Spain and Italian spreads to bonds out another 35 basis points on the day. Italian 10-year bonds now trading up at 5.97. Spanish bonds up 10-year again up just over 6% at 6.3. Unlikely to be any better over the week. We think they're going to continue to come under pressure. Spain in fact coming to the market twice this week. First time tomorrow. 2 bill auctions, short-term paper, and then again on Thursday just auctioning 10-year and 15-year bonds. Now normally in one of their bond auctions of this size, they would usually try and auction around 4 billion. That did just get downsized today just to 1.5 billion, so just clearly a reflection there of just how unsustainable the current levels of yields are for future funding. So once again, yeah, I mean, in terms of rest of the week, potential to be a very volatile week, and focus still remaining on the EU Leaders Summit on Thursday, and what are we going to get out of that in terms of resolution to the periphery. In terms of other markets then, commodity space, gold then continuing to benefit still from this period of risk aversion. Gold just going through 1600 today, yet another record high. On the flip side, oil off around $2, just trading around 95, just in line with the turn in risk appetite that we saw today and on Friday. Copper again pretty much flat on the day at 440. In currency space, Aussie dollar slightly softer, just trading around 105.80 at the moment. That's pretty much it in terms of today. Things to watch out for in Australia today. We've got the RBA minutes of the July meeting. We did see a slight toning down of their hawkishness following that meeting and in the statement. So it'll be interesting to see just what they have to say on the reasons for the back of that, and especially in light of Westpac's own change in rate view that I mentioned on Friday. That's it from me, and I shall see you again tomorrow.